guy for a little bit here at the LCK. That sign asks, okay, what is Keria going to pick today? Could be this Jhin support. Could be the answer for him. It seems like he, saw a couple of small head nods. It's like looking at the coach like, can I do it? Can I play Twitch? No, he's going to play Jhin. Very interesting comps here once again from both sides. Let's jump onto the rift here for game one.
But if T1 play this out in any way... Oh, yeah, I haven't even...
Oh, no, is he just dead? Oh, my God.
Come on!
2 minutes and 22 seconds. Just market lanes where T1 should be winning. As we'll take another look here.
It's really just straightforward, right? Zeus finds his level 2 first. Gets full damage, gets his Conqueror procs, and then gets the extra couple of orders in with his transformation. Really nicely done.
Oh, the satchel is big. The root is also a great follow-up. The Ignite is in, and the autos come in as well. As Ziggs one was in the air, didn't quite see that, as now Owner's in the bottom side. Guys, what is going on?
They're not going to play the game!
Come on! This is just not fair.
They're not going to be able to play the video game.
What happened to good old-fashioned League of Legends? What is this?
It's done!
Oh, man. Okay, well, Keria's going to pick that kill up as in goes Zeka, trying to take a big trade onto Faker, and, he does win it.
Yeah,
He's got a Maokai, just pressure Faker, right? Well, and this all starts with actually life engagement.
Life engages, and then the heal means that Duma is able to sidestep the Rakan engage, and then as a result, Life just gets run down. Keria, not even with his 4th shot. That's a 3rd shot kill as
Okay,
Faker.
well, here comes Keria. He's trying to get on top of them, as now he's going to be the victim. He doesn't have flash, so he's just going to die. And he does come over, and guess what? He gives a shutdown to Aurelia. So after all that, he keeps Faker alive, I suppose, but he's also going to gift a kill, a shutdown kill to Zeka's Aurelia. It's definitely going to be an issue as Zeka just goes in for the plate, takes a turret shot, and has to flash away. Meanwhile, the Jhin is nearby. Faker definitely looking for this as there's the deadly flourish, and Zeka is in some trouble. He's got the shot, does Keria, and a bit of a overextension here from Zeka means that this mid lane is going to get a bit easier.
Not going to be too worried, and Kingen seems to have gotten the memo.
Yeah.
Must have Ghost in his ultimate. I think he might be able to get out here.
He's going to dodge one, dodge Salad actually. He's just playing Frogger at this moment in time, but not sure if he can get out. He's trying to trade onto Faker, gets decently close. And Zeus will take the kill in the end, which will mean a huge chunk of plates in the top side. Yeah,
never mind. He ain't getting out. Nice collapse. Found there by T1. Kubayushi might get caught in the rotation here.
I think Guma's dead. It's okay. There's a Rakan. And Life is like, wait. Okay, so with the TP, we didn't quite see that at first. I thought he was just backing away, letting him live. But, yep, TP does come in. They will hold on to the mid turret, but this one will fall at 12 minutes. And they'll give the majority of that plate gold to Zeus.
The one saving grace for Hanwha is that this gold, yes, it's down, but if you can find a good hard engage, if you can catch T1 off, there we go. Well, that's an example. If you can catch them unaware, once you're on the back line, you still have an incredible amount of power here, but you got to find those engages.
Okay, Smite does go the way of Owner. Clid just standing on top of it, trying to zone them, but the Ziggs is here, and the poke begins, essentially. His Life is looking for an engage, but he might just die, as he's going to eat a Sejuani ult in the face. In goes Zeka, though. He's going to isolate Zeus. That is how you defeat a poke comp, is you get right on top of them. And Hololive Esports has been able to do this, as Faker going to flash the wall here, and he will just barely get away, but scary moments. You could see that too when we're like, oh crap, we got to get out of here. But they did still take down the Rift Herald.
I think they're going to have to. As a poke comp especially, the extra movement speed that is given to the enemy on a cloud, so I think is actually really relevant. Question is, will they be in a position? Again, I do think T1 is still in a pretty commanding leader. I think that they should be able to win objective fights. Hold up, TP coming through.
Zeus doesn't have flash. I don't know how he's going to get out of this one. The Sedge ult goes wide, and they are just bullying this chase so much for getting ahead. As he will get down, Viper's going to take the kill.
At this point, it looks likely that T1 is going to want to 5v5 for that one anyway. As,
Trying to get on top of Guma here as the ult will come out, and King may have overstepped his bounds, but was it a bait all along? Faker gonna get chained under the turret, and now Clit is here. He's just dead. That's another kill given over to Viper. Grady is at this champion, just straight up. Like, it's gonna be very difficult to handle this, as now he's just gonna go for the Baron. Life esports going to set up the turn.
Yeah, they want to fight. They're looking for a turn here. They have all the tools.
They absolutely do. The poke not necessarily landing there at all. Zeus not going to hit it. Guma not really going to hit it. That's some nice shots from Keria, but now they got to get into the pit as down goes Clit. He is so low, and Ziggs is going to get the Baron. Life esports do not turn. They just decide, okay, we're going to stay out of the Baron. And because of that, they just go down. And now Keria's just flashing on them. Viper and Kingen just have to run away with their tail between their legs, and the coordination not there. T1 just roll over them.
I love the call because I thought they were going to turn.
Yeah.
But then they didn't.
Uh-oh. Get your Monka.
There we go.
Your favorite Monka emote ready.
He immediately teleports.
Yeah, here we go. He's level 16 and life is not. And he's also dead. I think he was level 8.
That was underwhelming.
That was a very quick kill.
So who do you vote for POG here? Well, you do like voting for Karias. Oh, Faker.
True. Well, there is a Maokai nearby. Can they CC him 100-0? I think he just already into the team. Not 100% sure. Maybe they just got him. Either way, Faker assuming, hey, I'm level 16. I can do whatever I want.
Actually finding an angle as Hanwha Life now should not be a possibility.
So what happens when that poke comp gets ahead? You see Hanwha Life esports, they can't even use their engage. The exhaust comes in from Faker on top of Viper, as now we got the turnaround. Massive knock-up on a 3, but what does it matter for? Zeka not able to get on in there, and Faker is just a menace in this backline. Zeka is still doing some crazy stuff. Keria gonna land that deadly flourish, and that looks like the last potential fight of the game, as actually they are pinging onto Baron. Here he is, just, I mean, he's level 16.
So what is happening here as well, as we are about to say goodbye to this game?
Okay, Nature's Grasp.
One more try.
We do have the flank coming on in. This could be the angle here for Zeka. Zeus does have a stopwatch, but he's getting dunked on, and there it is, 100-0. Hanwha Life esports find the angle, and now Keria is also going to get caught out, as Faker and Owner will find an angle here in mid, at least for their sake. Going to take down this inhibitor. Doesn't look like they will get there.
Who's going to win?
Faker's waiting, I think, for the, yeah, you can see the cooldown on the left, considering it's Jace, and everybody else is basically AP unless you're counting Keria. As Faker in the side lane, he does have stopwatch, will give him a little bit of time, but the CC is just a bit too much, it looks like. The charm's coming in, he will flash, and he does get away, as a bunch of ults were used to try to lock down the Kassadin. Especially when they don't have any ults.
Yeah, unfortunately for Hanwha, they still weren't able to get either a ward down, thanks to G1 keeping up with them, or get a engage with Faker still surviving. So now you lose Baron, and yeah, you've delayed a little bit, but G1 should be able to just siege it down from here on out.
There was one in the lane.
So that one T1 is aware of.
In the top lane, but they cleared it. Okay, see, this is the issue. Like, Kasante can live, but he can't stop Faker. So Faker's just taking 2 inhibitors for free. And Kasante can't do anything about it. I mean, okay, they are going to have the team rotate over now, and Faker doesn't have Zhonya, so that's going to be a kill onto the Kassadin. As inhibitors are going down, and there is that flank TP. Zeka's over the wall. Owners with a nice interrupt, but it's not going to be enough, as there is the kill. They get on top of the Ziggs. Hanwha Life esports, they find a way to win this team fight. As the Owner will eventually go down, and a couple of members of T1 will survive, but Hanwha Life esports will hold on. As I'm going to hold that thought, they are trying to set up onto Faker here once again, as he has not been having a fun time, and he will get charmed and knocked up. There is the change. He's got Zhonya's this time.
That's Flash, just got to stall.
Flash as well. He's just ulting away, and one arrow does hit him, and the entire team is in the enemy base.
Although double teleport's used now.
There's
Live setting up shop. Yeah, they can TP into the base. Although
but
they don't
no,
have
there's
wave.
Nexus turrets available. Viper's getting pretty low. Redemption gonna be huge, by the way. That was picked up here as now the flank comes in. Sejuani ultimate in there, and they are once again in the shooting gallery. Please turn this time out, Life Esports. Will you turn? It's going to be Varus who picks up the Baron as Faker's just going to delete the Rakan. The damage is huge from the side of Faker. Can he do it all alone? It's kind of Faker versus Zeka here as the damage from Zeka is trying to get on top of Zeus, but he will go down to the GA. And unfortunately now he is all alone and will eventually get taken out. There's the TP as T1 finally will break the backs and will break the base of Life Esports.
And after an exhausting chess match, in the end, Life feel obliged to go in there. If they don't get that Baron, if they don't fight for it, I think you lose the game anyway with 3 inhibitors down. There's no way that you can hold. And T1, 43 minutes. How long it took them to get here, but very impressive overall, nonetheless.
Blitz damage, what the hell?
Yeah.
Just Maokai things, I guess. Hey, he did as much as Zeus did in this
4
game.
Barons in this game. This team knows what they're doing. And the Ornn is going to give you that. Is a fairly decent matchup in the Renaction. Obviously, you're not going to be able to fight for Prio, but Grasp Ornn still should be completely okay here. And your mid to late game team fighting looking quite strong here for Hanwha. But getting there is a big problem.
Yeah. Game number 2. Let's see what happens.
They were actually able to see this. Okay, never mind. We'll get spotted on the ward as... Wow.
3,184 days since CJB, Emperor,
Blaze.
yeah, Emperor and Lust Boy.
Wow.
One.
Versus Imp and Mata. That is insane.
Imp and Mata.
CJ Blaze.
In the playoffs. They brought it out in the playoffs.
So they were still sister teams.
Yeah. 2014.
Oh my god.
Okay, nice trade here from Viper. I almost said Viper and the Hens. Wow, this is...
It's a 2024. We're just doing throwbacks.
Where is my brain? Where am I? I don't know.
As we mentioned...
I was sitting in the seat when you were casting that team as well.
Nice.
Nice. As you said, this is very different from Game 1, where T1 won top and bot very quickly. T1, you know, they had a lane lead, but the wave wasn't in a great spot. They decided to back. Viper kind of froze it, and they have caught up in the bottom side.
Owner is really just continuously keeping his bot lane safe here.
Oh, over the wall goes Clid once again. A really nice maneuver. Owner is getting pretty low, but the CC chain is huge into Clid. He is not able to do much at all after that, but Zeka and Viper get over the wall where Owner tried to escape to, and that will be a trade of kills.
As Sage just walks up.
Uh-oh. Zeka in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to get 100-0 potentially. He cannot get out. He is going to flash, but still goes down as Owner just going to clap him on his way out. Very nice mechanical play from Owner, but Keria was the one who picked up the kill, funnily enough, and they are going to pick up the second Richter.
Yeah, that was a setup play, because the moment he walks back as King, and this is a big Ornn.
He is very far forward, though. Can they burst down the Ornn? Right now is the question. That is a big Renekton as well. Gets in that back line, as King is incredibly low, still alive, though, after all of this, and Zeus gets burst down pretty heavily by Viper. A massive knock-up here in the front onto Clid, but he will not go down, as Faker nearly gets taken out himself. Life actually able to pick up the scraps of that fight.
Needed Drake going over to T1, but the subsequent fight is going to be big.
Okay, they're actually going to commit to this one as the Unraveled Earth is on the ground, and that will be stolen by Clid, who does pick that one up, and now Owner is in the pit alongside of Faker. They don't have a way to get out of here as Zeus is trying to zone for them, but the Ornn is just soaking so much damage, and the turn is massive from the side of Life Esports. No collect for the side of Guma either. And Faker will be forced to flash out of this. Life Esports find the angle. T1 commit heavily onto that Drake.
Really big moment there, and they don't even end up getting the Drake. Now, with the jungler and top laner dead, Life might be heading towards the Baron. I do think that this is somewhat of a risk. Faker can do a lot of damage in these enclosed areas. Guma is also still full of... Yeah, I think they should back off here. They already got a pretty big win here, I'd say. Like, what's the peak?
For some reason in my mind, it's somewhere in the 1300s.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like I was like watching an FC match or
Yumi.
time. Yeah, Yumi in a little bit of trouble. Faker, though, no flash. He does have his stopwatch, but no follow-up here. He is alone. Over this wall, you see Owner and Keria just kind of looking at him, trying their best, but they could not commit to that alone.
As overall, teleport going to come through. Very important fight here for T1.
Almost 700 stacks now for
Looking
Guma.
for a break point.
Okay, there's the W down. King, though, is going to just charge away. And he's got a couple of Ocean Drakes, so he's got that. He's got the Yumi. He's going to be at full health here in just a moment. He'll be totally fine to just go for a play if necessary.
Rokatseka, level 16.
Yeah, he's
rotating over. Yeah, T1, I don't know if you really want to try and fight for this. Might just run towards the Baron. This Drake, in the grand scheme of things, not going to be too important. His only soul point.
This feels a little bit slow for T1 to get on top of this one, especially with TPs available. Yeah, they're just going to have to pull off of it. So no risk taken. As I say that, they are looking to actually engage. King just throws them the thumbs up. He's like, yeah, cool story, bro. Like I care. As maybe the first Ornhorn I've seen, and Zeus is totally out of position, gonna get dunked in mid lane. Just like that. Life Esports have an advantage in this game.
The Divine Sun, I want to say it's Deicide from the top of my head. That was a really cool name that I do remember. As T1 just starts a Baron again.
There's a ward in that pick, guys.
Couple of ultimates being used. Teleport does get invested here. Maybe they want to peel off as a result.
It's an official T1 Baron. A lot of damage will come through, but here comes a massive knockup. The three of them just sitting against the wall. Owner will take the Baron down, but the rest of the team goes down, and no cash-in will come through for Guma. A triple kill for Viper, who is now 5-0 in this game.
And with that, I think we might be going towards a free gamer here, Valdez. Overall, the early game from T1 just not looking explosive enough. Hanwha Life biding out time, finding good individual plays. And now, T1 in deep trouble.
Yeah, the damage that's coming out of Viper right now is just insane. As the flash comes in, you see Zeus is desperate to try to take out the Lucian, and he will actually, but immediately he gets taken out, and Owner is trying desperately. He will take out the clone, but that's a double kill for Glid. At least a massive shutdown goes to Zeus, but...
well, all or nothing, T1.
Oh boy, look at that ward. T1 are so indexed into this. Here comes the engage. The stun, though, this time onto Kingen is good, and Zeka is being zoned away, but Zeus kind of just goes in alone. And, yeah, he's got Owner with him. That's going to be the free kill onto him, as Zeka is getting low, but not low enough. Is going to take out the Draven. And now Keria is left to the Akali. Eventually,
look at
should
the
be able to
damage.
take down Faker.
Look at the damage that Faker isn't doing to this Ornn.
Yeah. It's also the return of the warrior, assassin, mage, warlock that is Ornn, doing more to Faker than Faker could do to him.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Come on.
No, no way, surely. He has no vision.
Oh, they won. No, it's not happening.
Yeah, he's like, oh, well. Now I'm just going to awkwardly back.
Not the best of time here. Guma, I think he's back up to, you know, a reasonable amount of stacks, but it's not going to matter this game.
Yeah. We'll see if he can get a cash out before the game ends. Don't see it happening, though. This one. As you see, Zeka's just looking for the angle. He's just lurking with his trusty cat on a book on his back. As there is the Ornhorn engage once again. This time will hit nothing. Kingen really needs his flash to really pop off with that one. As Zeus last stand here. They do try to 100-0 Zeka, but he does have a stopwatch, which is enough. It is done at this point. Hanwha Life Esports going to put an end to this game number 2. And we do have, once again, a third game in a T1 series. Hanwha Life Esports showing that they can stand up to this team. The bottom lane, not as much of an issue as we originally imagined it to be. I think that Viper and Life were able to get through the lane somewhat evenly, and from there on out, they were relatively fine. And now Kingen is just on tank duty. I don't mind this at all. I think this is totally fine.
This is great.
Just allow him to slowly charge up his confidence again, and then we'll hit like Aatrox Worlds level, you know?
Well, Keria, what's it going to be? What do you? Is it Jinx Chin?
Singed. For a second, I was like, man, he actually is going to play Singed. But
God, he's
Karthus?
played all of these.
Yeah.
He's played every single one of these.
Soraka.
Okay. I don't mind the Soraka. Carrier playing with the hearts of every fan for a little bit there with that highlight reel, and
I was okay with the Karthus. Could be. Guys, we're jumping onto the Rift for this game number 3. Wow, this is his first time playing Yone in the LCK. And that makes it his 73rd unique pick in the LCK. So Faker just continuing to stack those, and hopefully we have, you know, including this year, 3 years with his contract to get.
that's free gold.
That's free gold. GG. Oh, but that actually bought some time for Owner to pick up this blue buff.
Nicely done. And when all is said and done, bot lane hasn't been dove, although Carrier did heal there. Not sure what happened, but might just have been to Elise's meta, Veldas.
Is that where we are?
What do you want from me? That's how it is. Oh, nice dodge by Owner there.
I mean, it's not your fault, but...
Well, that's the meta.
Smite. Nope. It's going to go the way of Clid. Here comes Carrier, who is very fast because of the low Owner. As, okay, we do have a sapling, and he's going to get rooted up here. Uh-oh, Clid in a lot of trouble. He is going to repel. As he's up against the wall, and he just gets zapped by Guma. And Clid, one step too far, perhaps. He got the Gromp, though.
But he had flash.
He felt safe, and then he got zapped.
Clid's a level down.
2 turrets are
Teleport's
helping,
coming in.
I don't think it's fast enough, yeah.
Clid does a flash, so
here. Yeah, bottom lane is here as well.
with Draven, I think this should be fine now.
Could be. Clid is taking a decent amount of damage, as it looks like T1 want to fight this 4v4. As in they go, nice cocoon, but that is going to go the way of Elise, and Faker goes a little bit too far, but he gets a huge burst onto the Elise. Gets ignited down, and that should be enough to push T1 back. Yeah, not much of a
That's going to secure a little bit of vision.
Oh, he's actually, yeah, he's coming in with some saplings. Nicely done. Just keeping them safe while they push. As the Axis
Viper
catch Guma. Nice pressure onto this Jinx. As now Clid in the area. They're not going to actually commit to it, but heal and barrier used by Guma and Carry.
Yeah, I do see the power there. If Life has an ultimate available, they might actually get the kills. Oh, I love this. This is a special. Look at the pings.
He's back.
They're pinging. They're suspecting this. They're like, Sion is somewhere.
Where
don't know where.
is Sion?
Okay, well, Sion's not getting anything done this game.
Who are these players?
Oh, here we go. They're going to try anyway.
Yeah, Guma, I think he's just accepting his death. I mean, he flashed, though. Everybody's here. Like, all 5 members are bot. You're 100% dead.
That's not fair.
Don't flash. Nice setup here from the side of Homolite esports.
I think you're I think you're going to have a very bad time.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very fun. As Rift Heralds. This is the first Rift Heralds. She's going to be dropped here at 12.5 minutes. She was kind of doing a little dance there for a second, but she's okay. A couple of plates as Faker gets in range. What is going on in this series?
I'm looking at Veldas. Veldas is looking at me.
Yeah.
And we're just enjoying the silence. I think that's beautiful, no? Actual setup go, I can still see some issues as
Faker getting caught here by the cocoon. No escape for him. The Soraka ult may have saved him just barely. As in goes Zeka, and the flash from Clid will be enough. A very nice setup as he's able to get over the wall and into that lane.
These are some pivotal moments here. Bit scary here for T1.
Here comes another rocket. It's been a while since teams have had to worry about Jinx rockets stealing objectives in a professional match. I mean, what is that? And you could argue, okay, well, maybe you want to, catch Kassadin before he's truly online, but I mean, there it is, level 15.
Look at his XP.
Yeah, look at his XP bar down there in the bottom left. It's 90% of the way. Maybe even 95. I mean, he's going to hit it before this Mountain Drake spawns. And that's Mountain Soul. This isn't just like huge amount of resistances. It's a shield on top of everything. Like, is Yone going to be able to burst through that? There's going to be huge amounts of stacked armor.
Yet.
And I mean, this is it. I mean, King is just going to stand in front, Faker will look for the side angle here. We'll see if he can catch one. As he is over the wall, he's going to catch Clid on this one, but Azonius is available. Can the team get in to help him, though? He goes up in the rappel as Zeka is zoning away the rest of the team, as Clid will stay in and take it down. That's Mountain Soul for Homolife Esports. Viper able to 1v1 at Cassante, and now T1 are just lost in the front line. They have no way, as Faker is trying desperately to provide some sort of a front line. Guma just gonna kill force into the team, and Homolife Esports will shut them down huge in the team fights.
And Guma desperately looking for the resets there, doesn't even get the final auto off on Zeka.
And in magnificent fashion as well. Just excellently done. The way they have played around their power spikes has been very nice to see. And Kingen, once again, he's just in the front line. He is just having a great old time. Faker is going to get a pretty nice ultimate, but a little bit too little, too late. Some of those health bars did get quite low. Zeka is trying his desperatelyest to stop them, but it is not going to be enough. Homolife Esports will clean them up. A massive smile on Life's face as they will take down the Nexus turrets, and the Nexus 2-1 to Homolife Esports tonight.
And the creativity and the dominance that T1 has shown thus far, nowhere to be found in these last 2 games.
I think he said like this was our first game or something like that. I'm not, you know.
Makes sense.
Maybe that's the way he felt, because obviously that wasn't their first win, but maybe in a figurative sense, Chronicler, which you taught me about today.
I like the Aatrox because you know you're going to be skirmishing, you're going to be fighting a lot early, and Fiora is not going to give you that same sort of power. This would be nuts.
Kidding me? He's
Barrel's
been Cho'Gath.
Barrel's been holding on to that LCK logo too long, Valdez.
He's been cooking too much. The whole house is burned down. I mean, this is very cool, though, because you were talking about the counter pick so much. Like, he could have gone into so many things. The Fiora, the Aatrox, they knew Kingen was going to play a tank. That can continue here onto the Rift for the first match of Saturday Showdown.
It's not really a winning play here, but it's so frustrating that you're trying to push it as hard as you can, and as a result, you lose Flash.
Take a look at this. The last time Cho'Gath played, it was a win of Rascal versus Kingen.
That's hilarious.
Two different teams.
2021, like I was talking about during that little mini Cho'Gath Scion meta.
It's back. That's the way it's going to go.
Like I said, Rascal's understanding of matchups, man, is why he is such an incredible top laner and why he gets so many solo kills and the micromanagement of this lane.
Oh, did you just caster curse him?
I may have. I may have.
Okay, he's going the other way. He did take a turret shot, and now he's going to get the ward down. Clid is like, well, what direction am I going to go? As now they have full vision. He's just going to TP out, as there is a cocoon available, so I guess he thought there was no ward in there. Unfortunate for him, as now he's still on the run, though. I mean, Rascal is still pretty tanky.
Zeka's coming.
This is taking about 7,000 years, as Zeka is going to ult over the wall, and they will eventually take down Rascal and give the kill to the Yone.
And nobody is here to catch the top wave, so this needs to be successful. Kingen can, of course, teleport top, but Rascal's getting plate gold here, and a lot of minions are being deleted, so if this fails, the cost is high.
All right, here we go. 4v3, as in comes the Scion, looking for the play under the turret, and the Scion is just tanking everything. A massive 2-man knockup, and Viper is just free-hitting. Kingen should eventually go down. He's trying to get the lockdown, the takedown rather. He is not going to get it onto Barrel just yet, but he comes in zombie form. That is 2 kills now for Homolife, as, oh, Viper just took a massive turret shot there, unfortunate for him, as Croco will at least be able to trade back the 1. This is ever showing us here that there was a trade in mid as well, but take a look. I mean, you get Rift Heralds, you're just going to concede bottom side, as Life is under a little bit of pressure here. Croco's still around. They're trying to get this kill onto Life, and there it will be. Duck Dom, very nicely done, alongside of Barrel to just tank it up and get the free kill. So, yeah, I mean, they're just essentially trying to trade turrets, and it might just come down to who's going to get it first, as the Rift Herald should help out here a lot. As in comes Kingen, there are 5 members of Homolife Esports in the bottom lane at 10 minutes into the game. That's just where we live nowadays. There's 2 lanes at the moment. Going very well for DRX. Kingen maybe going a little bit too deep. This turret getting pretty low, as knocked out of the chains of corruption. as the takeover does come through the turret. That's going to be one kill onto the Renata. Viper trying to zone them away, and he will be pretty successful. They don't even get the turret, though.
Yeah, ours,
as it stays alive.
the question becomes, how does this gold get used, right? Because Kingen is much more self-sufficient than, you know, a lot of these champions that are on the other side of DRX here. Like, Rascal is going to love the extra gold.
Uh-oh. That's the knock-up into ult. Fate in a lot of trouble, will be pushed away as Zeka almost got killed there by Rascal, as now we do have the Nature's Grasp. A nice knockback from Viper, but I don't think he's going to be able to save his support. No, just not going to happen. Look at the vision denial right now on the bottom side of the map here. 3 control wards from DRX to make this play happen. And he's probably just going to run at them. And let's see how this is going to go. Again, not level 11 just yet. Silence will miss. It's Viper. You mentioned the low range. We'll see if he can get a position. Has willied his way over to the Rift Herald. They're just going to kill the Renata Glask again. So they do get the support. And now Homalife just on the run as nice knock, or block rather, from Rascal to get in front of that Scion. And that will be a couple of kills over the side of DRX.
It's just too easy here, and the reaction time there is so quick on the punish there of Life, who wants to turn that fight with his ultimate.
Rocco is pretty deep, but he does have some support from Beryl. Doesn't look like Zeka really cares about that, as Rocco is just too low and too alone, as the rest of his team was just pushing mid.
You have poke that Scion doesn't have with his Cho'Gath. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Viper's solo range is not in position to really chip away at the front line, whereas Fate can.
Okay, they're trying to get in. They do break the crown with the Proto Belt. That's one way to break the crown of many. As, okay, there is a support battle on the right side, as Life unfortunately going to get bullied once again. The ult from Kingen is not great, and the soldiers are in position to try to zone away Homalife Esports. And they just say, you know what?
Flash needed to be used.
Oh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. No crown. Fate's like, well, I just got to ult him away. And take a look at the damage that he takes. I mean, now Fate is not in the lane. And uh-oh, has to flash the Whirling Death.
I was just about to say, at least he doesn't have to flash.
389 on the Draven stacks right now.
Do not want to
scary.
Do not want to be giving that one away. Well, that's a turret. It's taken a while here. Is it more?
He's just back into the lane. He's going to die now to Clid, I think. Just one Q will do it. He's going to repel in, and that's going to be the end of him. Clid goes extremely deep for that kill, but still very worth.
TP. Yeah. He's going to TP bottom side. This is going to be a 2-turret play here because they're chasing for Clid. Is he going to execute? No, but I mean, this is so much value.
Yeah, and now we're going to have these two tanks going head-to-head. You see that Scion is still down a couple of levels, but he's also incredibly tanky. He's just going to ult the front line as there is the massive takeover kits, all of DRX, and Zeka gets a big ult into the back. Can't kill Beryl, though. Finally does. But that's just the support, as we do have no takedown for the Yone, so he will go down, but Viper finds an angle here on the front line with this Scion. The Cho'Gath going very deep, trying to get that kill onto the Yone, and does.
As, I mean, this is low health bars here, but there's just no damage outside of this Varus who could try to chip away. Kingen holding the door.
Yeah, and yeah, Lethality's not going to be great here against the Scion, as they do get the TP. Baron, as here's TP. Okay, so Kingen will finally go down. The rest of the team is just trying to get in position to back here, as Kingen is just chipping away at the front line.
Empowered recall maybe saves you.
Yeah, I think Life is not getting out, but oh, Viper going to stay, as he is not able to quite get it back. And he's just going to run down the lane, just try to run as far away as he can.
I mean, these are a lot of these critical Baron buffs deleted here.
He actually cleansed.
He did.
Oh, that was cute.
Hopeful at best. That's a shutdown of 300 gold onto this Draven too. Poke needs to hit here from Duckdom, and just not closing the gap.
There's the ult. They're going to line up for it. That is going to be the smite away by Krocko. As Kingen puts his body in front, they're not able to get through the Scion, but it's also not a clean engage, so both teams kind of just back away from this one. One way to do it, I suppose, when you have so much AP damage is, you know, Fate. He goes a little bit more survivable, a little bit more head-on AP, and the Maokai goes for the Leandries and the Demonic Embrace. But here we go. They are trying to get on top of Zeka here, who is pretty much all alone. He is going to get back to his Unbound Soul. Look at Rascal just putting his body in front of 3 people. They can't kill the Cho'Gath.
Never gonna happen, never gonna happen. He stops 3, they turn onto the Yone, and Zeka is dead here. great macro from DRX. Don't know what else to tell you guys. It's surprising I'm saying those words out loud based on what we've seen so far this season. Is going to be the flanker TP from Zeka. He's got ult. One last chance.
Here's an opportunity. The Scion ult goes into the Cho'Gath as flash ult from Life pretty early. The ult hit from Zeka misses everybody. Does no damage in the trade. Maybe scrapes the Cho'Gath. I guess DRX are just going to walk in with the Baron and end the game.
Easy peasy, I guess is how it goes here for DRX. You pick Zeka a few times, you've got control over the Drakes. Better tank wins the R5 Cho'Gath, the hero of the day. What a weird game we watched.
Let's see, I mean, Viper, he has to flash the Q. Oh, man. It's not feeling good for him as now Maokai ultimate comes through. He is going to cleanse. He's like, please let me do damage in this game. I would love to. As Kingen is going to frontline a little bit. Viper is going off on the left side as Kingen moves forward, tries to get an engage here. There's the grasp, and Rascal is just unkillable. He's still alive here, and Viper not going to get the shutdown. That is the stopwatch value.
There you
Kills
go.
the Draven. As, okay, some damage being taken away. Duckdom is going to go down, and DRX, can they end? I mean, Zeka's still here. He's incredibly low, but he will be able to take down the Maokai.
And this is with Elder spawning in 35 seconds, Valdez.
They're able to barely hold on, and they're going to get this Elder. There's no Croco in position. Clid, all he needs to do is stay alive. That's all he's got to do. He's going to repel. He's going to get into the back of the pit. Look at Rascal. He's like, I need to kill the spider, but I can't. And the spike comes down. He wins against the feast. Rascal is not able to feast it away. And the Elder is trying to burn down the Cho'Gath. They can't kill Rascal. He's still in the pit, even with the burn. As Viper is desperate to take him down. He finally will. But he survived for so long. Croco going way too deep. They still have Elder Drake, and here they go.
The mid inhibitor did go down. I guess I was wrong about that. They're trying to actually make this a base raid and stop those backs. Viper can't back here. They have those minions pushing bottom side.
They can't fight him, though.
They can't. But they're still going to buy a ton of time. This Elder buff
can't push through Scion.
This Elder buff might not be that impactful. They could use these minions to at least buy time. I mean, if he gets on that Nexus.
Just run it. Yeah, okay, he's going to get there. Viper comes over, and the burn comes in. Even one auto is enough. There's so many super minions attacking Viper.
Barrel can queue over the wall, etc. They're just going to push to end it.
What is caught out? They don't have any turrets.
They're caught out here. They cannot back.
Zeka's going to have to unbound. I think this is it. Viper's coming back, though. Does he still have Elder? He does, but they're just diving on him, and he's dead. And down will go the Nexus. That is the end of the game. DRX will not have any of your Baron shenanigans, and they will take game number 1. It's not even cheesy, right? I mean, it's just a great pick. So that's the power of Red Side, and Rascal makes it work, and the rest of the team as well.
Can be vulnerable, though, to this Renekton in the early stages of the game, especially because I don't think DRX are intending on playing too hard around bottom side with this early pre-6 Wukong with a Zeri Soraka lane. So a fairly greedy pick, I'd say, for Kingen and for Clid here with the Viego and the Gnar. A lot of risk in this draft, but the bottom side of the map, you feel confident. You feel great about Zeka playing Akali into Azir.
Let's see how it goes down on the Rift for game 2.
And Soraka can eliminate turrets pretty successfully. A lot of other supports do struggle. Like turrets can block. Okay, Meryl.
I mean, he's gonna actually heal to get in position and try to win this level 1.
This is the barrel thing, right? It's the dichotomy of barrel. He either wins these or he loses these, right? In this case, trading a heal for a flash, you absolutely take it. Pushes forward aggressively using his autos here very nicely.
Also, you know, Life's just really aggressively trying to set up position in this lane and trying to win this this level 1 trade. It's so important in the bottom lane nowadays to win level 1 and level 2, but especially with the Heimerdinger wanting to try to grab control very early on, and they are not quite able to do that.
Well, at least not at the outset here, as Barrel's trading aggressively. He does have Ares, so he's trying to proc that repeatedly, but these are not necessarily trades you want.
That's going to be the Shroud down now.
He's got Flash. We don't know.
Nope. Hello. And now Rascal in position as Zeka is going in. He's looking for the kill onto Fate. Fate is like, oh man, I went too far forward. And Zeka might just go down here to Rascal, yes, but first blood given to the Akali that was getting 3v1 ganks.
Zeka just sees blood in the water, man. He reacts so quickly there, and he's like, no, I actually win this if you're alone, and your jungler's on the wrong side of the map. I could actually outspeed this Renekton and kill you. Because he realized, okay, I die here if I don't play this like this. And, like, I probably still die, right? But I can at least take this Azir with me. A really great play. Rascal now stuck in this lane. We have a lane swap.
Some minions here. Rascal's trying to threaten, but Meganar coming up, so he's just going to back away after taking a little bit of a beating. Win for, okay, speaking of going for it, in goes Zeka, as he is not going to be able to avoid the Emperor's Divide. He's not quite able to overlay enough damage to put Fate in a kill range. Barrel is extremely low. They bait this one in, as Barrel will die. Probably not part of the plan, but this could be turned around as Kroko is here. He is going to Cyclone onto Viper. Tons of damage already as he gets onto life. That will be the one kill, although Viper is doing a good job of trading this one back. Kroko tries to trade it himself, but he's on top of Viper, and Viper will just take him down.
This is real.
Oh! The cleanse,
6,
and the arrow. He will be forced to flash.
6 hits, and he's able to get a flash and a cleanse.
Viper just dunking on them.
Life stays in the brush, and he sacrificed himself, and oh no.
What is going on
Arrow.
here?
Man.
He flashes. Okay, he is going to survive. He has a corrupting pot. Look at his face. He is not phased at all. He has done this so many times.
And, I mean, he's going to proc it so easily across the entire team with these turrets. We've seen a little bit of Leandri's, mostly Rylai's, but this is one of the first times we've seen the Morel Nomicon early.
DRX, you can't fight this.
No,
why are they even posturing for this? This is a free kill onto Kroko. Very nice chains, as Fate will go down as well. It's a couple of kills into the pocket of Hamalife, as they're sitting comfortable on their throne of 5,000 gold.
But you give Duckdom this Zeri against a Varus Heimer, and everything falls apart.
Oh, Rascal, he's angry. He wants to kill onto Zeka. He calls his bluff. And he might just be able to tick him down with the dominance. He's so close, and he will get it. Rascal with yet another solo kill to add to his belt.
Big shutdown gold going into his pocket. Over here on the bottom side of the map, Kroko and Clid procking Conquerors. This is just free food despite the pick, as Barrel thinks otherwise.
Yeah, Barrel's about to steal the dragon. And his presence, I mean, it is a 4v3 because Zeka's dead and he doesn't have TP. So this is actually a good call from DRX to try to fight this one. As Barrel, he is the bait. That is his job. He will die, and it's taken here by the side of Kroko. So another dead Soraka, but at least they stopped the Mountain Soul from happening.
Rift Baron, there you go.
Yep.
Thanks, Veldos. Always,
same thing, yeah.
always making me look good. There's just no vision here for DRX, and they're trying to group these chokes. There's an Akali chasing
Chains on a Duckdom. He's just dead, as in goes Clid, just going to assassinate him. Still is able to take it down. Clid, though, will be taken out by the Renekton, which is pretty large, but fortunately Rascal and Kroko pretty zoned away, as Rascal just going to run down the lane and die to Viper. Unfortunate for him. Probably wanted to die to Kingen or get executed, as Kroko, very cheeky. And he's pretty fast. He's got a blast plan, too, so he will get out. Well,
Zeka's here, zoning Barrel out.
Okay, this is ridiculous. He's gonna die, right? Like, is Zeka gonna kill him? I don't know. Like, this is pretty close as the ult does come through, and Zeka now is looking for the kill onto Barrel, who unfortunately puts his body in the way as well.
That's Baron at 20.
Yeah, soul points will go to Hamalife Esports. I mean, Kroko could try to steal it. He might look for it. He does not have vision, but he is trying to get over there as he is in the pit. He's almost able to steal that away, but he is now dead. So, nice try. I mean, I guess you got to take risks when it's this kind of game. We're 22 minutes in, and Hamalife Esports are just kind of rolling over them. Now a stopwatch and Shadow Flame finished for Zeka. So, if anyone sees Akali, you're probably dead.
It's probably too late.
Yeah, exactly. If you can see the eyes of the beast, you're already dead. So
it's 4-1 this. Duckdom, where are you going?
Well, he sees the eyes of the beast, as that is a nice knockup, and now he's dead. Yeah, it was too late. Already saw Zeka. Zeka not able to pick up the Penta, unfortunate. This game is over, guys, is what I wanted to say. As with the Baron buff, Hamalife Esports might just win in 23 minutes.
I mean, DRX with two really weird plays here without vision, trying to set up for a surprise Zeri. The Zeri was the one who's caught. That's the game over here. We're going to a third one, Valdez.
Ooh, nice ult from Kingen. Very clean stuff. Just the cherry on top. the icing on the cake. HLE esports say Game 1 was a fluke. Red side is OP. They're going to have to play on blue side for Game 3 because I think 100% of the time DRX pick red.
Counter pick because you were trying to hide a Soraka.
Yeah.
And this draft is creative. It's interesting.
But I don't want to see it again.
But it's wrong, Valdez. It's not correct.
It's wrong. Yeah. It was a bit of a draft issue.
For Rascal, try to dominate that lane, get Prio in mid.
Yeah.
And then just control mid-game with the Jace and Aatrox's power. You have great range damage and poke later on. Both of these drafts feel fantastic. I think in a lot of ways, HLE got everything they wanted here. They have that strong laning phase with Viper's Draven. They get a kill early from a mistake from Beryl. You get that cash in, and that's something we don't normally talk about. It's like, what if somebody makes a mistake? What if you get that gold early?
This time, he might be in control as we jump out of the rift for game number 3. Average mode Fate, and sometimes, you know, we watch some of the Azir games, he doesn't feel super impactful, and then sometimes he has perfect KDA on a Sylas, right? So I think maybe the more proactive picks look better for him, even though he's not necessarily, doesn't always look like that kind of player, as here he goes already into Elise's jungle.
Yep,
not an easy thing to do, but when Kassadin is in the game. Rascal's in trouble, though. This wave is huge, and this is level 3 Elise. She had to take the Wolves to get it, but it's still level 3 as Rascal is trying. Nice flash, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. Clid has the aggro. He's got Repel. Very textbook. Gank on the top side. Rascal saw it coming. Couldn't do anything about it.
And they had the information with the wards and obviously the spot there from Fate that this was going to be the pathing of Elise. And still, Krako decided to go bottom side here, grabs bottom scuttle. Doesn't want to interact with the Elise top side, it looks like. And is going to look for a gank here, but
Flash from Krako. Will it happen?
And, like, this is reminiscent of the HLE versus T1 series.
Clid in position. This should be pretty elementary. That is the cocoon and the silence. And Life says, thank you very much. I will take that kill.
Unfortunate that Viper's not able to cash it in here, but still, grab that kill, secure it as best as you can. No way this works, right?
Rolling Death actually nearly able to take out Beryl. And not quite able to take out the Rift Herald, but Beryl is quite low. I thought maybe they would try to get aggressive onto Beryl, but he's got Flash.
Okay, they're looking for a fight here, though, with Clid.
Yeah, Orenhorn comes through. They have nothing to interrupt it. That's one knockup and one flash that they get out of this. And even the ultimate here out of Krako as Fate not in a great position. Life with the Soraka gank. As the Silencer going to delay the flash of Fate. Can he get out? Will he survive the damage of this Kassadin? It's so close, but Zeka will pick up the kill. He had like no damage with just Tyr and Catalyst, but it is enough.
And so yes, he will be stronger later, but so will Zeka in a much bigger way. Uh-oh.
Rolling Death? No! Life takes it again!
Life, #1 kill stealer, man. Look at that grin.
What's going on?
#1 kill stealer.
First time I get it, you know, like you don't want Beryl to flash. Beryl's flashless and cocooned. I mean, he didn't do it on purpose, right? But oh no.
And Hanwha, they want this advantage. They have an Orenhorn, and they want to use it. This is a great team fighting comp if they can get Zeka, or rather Viper, excuse me, the gap closer.
Lid's trying to get in there, but the knockups are good. It is not stolen away as a stun goes on to King.
There's the cash in.
And there's the cash in. We finally do get it, and no eye will be kept here for the side of DRX. So a couple of kills, no Herald as DRX desperate to try to get something outside of a couple of Drakes. And instead, they lose a couple more lives.
Dom has to be the hero of this game if there's any chance of DRX winning it, and those chances seem to be diminishing at a very rapid pace, an exponential pace. 11:32.
League of Draven.
And then wait for that Kingen engage.
Yeah, as long as the poke is hitting, it's going to be a good spot here for DRX, but Kingen is trying to pull the trigger, and he does, as the Maokai ultimate is actually huge. It zones everybody away for so long, and now Kingen a bit left alone, and he's not going to get out of this one. You see some low health bars on the side of HLE esports, and they say, well, I guess we can't really get on top of the streak.
Yeah, doesn't like they're going to be able to contest it. Could try to go for the steal here, but this is a 3-stack. He's thinking about it. Don't advise. Do not advise. Okay, he doesn't go. But
not only the obvious Jason Ezreal, but Heimer and Maokai. And not to mention your top lane will also
Beryl,
as Beryl's dead. You know, we've seen this before. I'm not too surprised. Rascal is going in here, you know, a little bit of a 2-on-2. doing a bit of damage here to Kingen, trying to prove that this Aatrox will eventually work.
That's a rough one. Really unfortunate. He's going to find someone.
Okay, that's going to be life just left alone, and he will be rooted up by the Nature's Grasp. Even throws out the Wish. That's not enough. And, well, Zeka is Kassadin, so he will get away, even though he tried valiantly to help out his brother.
Squishy Enchanter supports punished on the Rift Valves.
So they're trying to pick off Rascal here right before this goes. This Infernal Drake fight happens. They've got 30 seconds, a lot of damage already from the Kassadin here onto Rascal. Maokai ultimate used.
Now DRX have a lot.
Stop them in their tracks.
They have a lot of prio on the Drake now, but it's very short-lived. Like the Drake hasn't spawned. It's not spawning for 15 seconds, so you don't get that much out of this attempted collapse there. The TP is committed from Fate. Croco, no ultimate here. HLE should feel amazing about this exchange.
See how it goes. Australia is in, and they are trying to just dunk on top of Rascal, but he will flash away. Clint in a rough spot, but a big knockup from Kingen. Immediately a kill does come out from Fate, and finally Zeka pulls the trigger, but it's a little bit too late in this fight. They've already lost their front line, and Zeka will go down as Duckdom just shreds them at the end of this fight.
He's just caught by that teleport there, and even with Kingen having a big ultimate there, there's no follow-up damage. Viper's range, again, is somewhat of an issue here, and Duckdom is doing a ton of it. And DRX gonna take Infernal Soul here, 23-30.
Wow.
And I gotta say, this game is very quickly kind of snowballing away from HLE. Rod of Age is not done yet. It's looking very good for DRX right now. HLE will grab with King in this bottom turret, but Clid? Question mark?
Well, Soraka is coming up here with the Kassadin. He's buying a lot of time, but he's going north. So, okay. Well, he's just going to essentially give that one away. You see his reaction to the cam. He is not happy.
His stopwatch is broken for this too, and there's no play. King and
Life Esports giving themselves a chance to get into the pit now.
DRX having Fate on this flank angle, looking for Clid!
Oh, God, he's so low.
There's the Maokai.
Oh, they're getting out of the backline, though. Duckdom in a little bit of trouble. Zeka goes forward. He's going to get knocked up. There's that gnaw. It's going to help him. A massive knockup from Kingen, trying to zone them away, but everybody jumps in, and it's a steal from Clid. They get the Elder, and we see Viper now has the front line, and he has targets to acquire because everybody jumps into the pit, and they can't get the Elder Drake. Zeka now frontlining. He's able to do it for his team, and Viper will just try to run them down, and he will get the execute here onto Croco. As Rascal will be forced to flash, but he's barely staying alive.
So many structures up here still. We're very late into the game, 32 minutes here nearly.
But yeah, I mean,
especially with Elder buff, but maybe he can get something done.
If he can he can only take a couple of hits from the Draven, so.
Yeah, that's going to be the end of this, Marin. Nice try, Duckdom. That last fight was insane because if Clid does not...
Oh, they're okay. They're waiting for Clid to come over just to make sure. As okay, there's the smite. It's okay. The Whirling Death was. They're not able to. Yeah, they're not able to get through. Clid is going in. He gets the flash cocoon. He's gonna lock up Fate. As Fate eventually will go down. They leave him alive there for just a second, but it does not matter. Ezreal ult.
Duckdom has to carry this fight somehow if they're gonna have any chance of surviving. Hanwha Life know there's a possibility of losing this one even with the Jace down. All that extra Ezreal poke damage is too much. They're going to just back away, try to get more structures off of the map to hit that poke because they need it before the fight starts. If anyone gets picked,
they have to hit it, right? They have to get something done. The Maokai ultimate has to be used to try to save Fate, but he is all alone and one shot by Viper essentially. Down goes the Heimer. This game is over. They're able to hit the spike, and they are able to now just dive directly into the team.
Hello!
Yep, that's a Norm behind them, and now they've got Wish and Kassadin and a Draven right in front of them. Now Viper is a little bit out of position, but it doesn't matter because Zeka is here. He's going 1v5. He's just trying to take them all down. He still has Zanya, so that's totally fine, as he will actually get sniped there by Duckdom.
TP coming through here.
Here we go again.
Barrel.
That time it's going to be Barrel, as he does get taken out by Clid, and that is right before the Elder Drake fight, the second one of this game.
Now, even with the support down here with no turrets, I mean, Barrel was struggling to get in there to set those turrets up. That's why he died. There's still a lot of poke.
This is Kingen. I mean, he's really tanky. You're not going to be able to get through him. He has Stone Plate as they throw everything into an Ornn and maybe a moment of tilt. 4v5 not going to happen. This should be Hanwha Life Esports game. as they are able to take a massive Elder Drake fight. Clid is able to hit the smite, and now they should be able to push and end this one.
They didn't play it slow. They didn't use their poke. They're trying to use everything on the Ornn and try to burst him down. Well, as you say, he has stone plate. Well, and he catches. Doesn't matter, I think, ultimately. But Rascal just going to watch the fireworks.
Yeah. Down it goes. That's the Nexus. Iseka very much happy with the way that this game did, and not punished for his Kassadin, and not punished in the game either.
The pressure is off. You won it, but you know there's going to be a lot of conversation in watching tape of this game and this series and some of the drafting we did see. That was, I think, very face-up, and Han was stuck to the plan. They stuck to their identity. DRX had good ideas to punish. I like the R5 Renekton here for Rascal.